Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 486 today, and we're going to be talking about Mailchimp and authenticating your Mailchimp account so that it can send out emails on behalf of your domain. This is a follow-on from other emails I've done, and I'm going to encourage you to go back and watch the episode where I explain what DKIM, DMARC, and SPF is and why it's important and why domains and why emails are being bounced from domains. But the very, very quick explanation of that is about 18 months ago now, the ISPs and the mail service providers decided that they weren't going to accept mail from domains that didn't have specific entries in their DNS records to authorize services to send on their behalf. The idea is that when you go to a new service like Mailchimp, Zoho One or Zoho CRM or MailerLite or Google Mail or M365 Mail, we need to be able to tell those services that they are authorized to send on behalf of your domain. And it's not just enough that we tell those services that they're authorized to send on behalf of the domain. We need to tell the entire world that these services are allowed to send on behalf of our domain. They're allowed to send emails as Ask Charly Leetham, as mymail.com, as yourgreatbusiness.com. We need to be able, the whole internet needs to be able to say, yes, Mailchimp is authorized to send on behalf of Charly. She's authorized that. She's gone through and done the authorization process. I explained this all in another podcast. I don't really want to go into all of those details again. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flick across to Mailchimp. I'm going to show you how to add a domain into Mailchimp, how to verify that you've got access to that domain, and then how to authenticate that domain to your DNS provider. Now, to do this on your own accounts, you're going to need an admin access to your Mailchimp account. You're also going to need admin access to wherever you have your DNS hosted, your domain name records, service records hosted. So that's not necessarily where you've registered your domain. It might be the host that you've got your domain name pointed to. That's typically the way it is with most setups. The next part of it, one of the other ways is that your domain name provider might actually give you DNS hosting. So this is where your DNS is hosted, and you go in there to modify the records, or as in my case and with a lot of other accounts now, they're hosted at services like Cloudflare. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this on Cloudflare. The process is similar for each provider. The method differs slightly. So I will try and do other providers as I go along. It's just I'm hosted on Cloudflare. So you get to see me doing it on Cloudflare. Okay, let's head across to my Mailchimp account and get some authorizations going. So this is your Mailchimp dashboard. When you come in, if you've been running for a while, you will have a domain name already sitting there. You've already been sending out campaigns, and if you've been running for a while, they're probably starting to bounce. You're probably getting a high number of undeliverable messages or bounce messages, or people are saying, we're just not seeing your email, or even worse, we're seeing it, but it's going into the spam box, so we don't get to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can add a domain name and then verify it. If you've already got a domain name added to your account, you can skip the first bit, of course, but we'll run through that. So the easiest way to add a domain name or verify a domain name on your Mailchimp account, come into your dashboard, come up to your profile marker here on the right hand side and click on profile. It's going to bring you into a sub menu, and you've got all your details here. In this menu, you've got a sub menu called domain names. Click on that. You'll see I don't have any domain names, and we're looking at email domain names. Don't worry about connected domain names. We're touching them today. We're going to be doing email domains. Here is where we need to do the verification. Now, I don't have any domains here. You guys will. But if you are starting out with your Mailchimp and you want to get it done correctly, here's how you do it. We're going to add and verify a domain. Here, you put in the domain, the email address that you're going to use. Now, I have to use this address because my support one goes through a group and it was bouncing it, so I'm just not going to worry about that. I know that this works, so I'm going to add in my email address. We're going to send a verification message. I'm just going to pause the video while I find the verification message to show you. Okay, so I have my verification email here. It's come in. It comes into my inbox as accountservices@mailchimp.com with the subject line, verify your domain before sending. You can tell it's from Mailchimp. You've also got this code here. So if you've come through this process, what I'd recommend you do is just copy the code and then flick on back to where you're verifying the domain and paste the code in. It's as easy as that. I'm going to click verify. And now you'll see that under my custom email domains, I've got my domain and it says needs authentication. Now, before I go any further, I'm just going to click back here. I tell you guys not to click on links within emails unless you're really, really certain they come from it. And this is why I wanted to use that code. Now, sometimes you'll be trying to verify the domain. Something will happen. You'll close down your windows and you can't find that domain again. The way you can verify the domain is just click on that verify domain access. It will open a link. It will verify the domain and you're all sweet. Now, as long as it comes from accountservices@mailchimp.com, you can click on that link. I'll say that that's okay to do. Okay. Now, let's close that email down and come back here. Now, we're not finished. We've verified that we have access to that domain or that email address. And what that's done is it's put it into our custom email domains, and you'll see it says here, needs authentication. Now, we can start the authentication. There's only two options here. You can start authentication or you can remove it. We're not removing it. We're going to start the authentication process by clicking the button. Honestly, I'm going to show you how to do it manually. I'm not going to show you how to use that automated process. Here it says start your email authentication process. We need to know who, blah, 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 who's your DNS provider. I have to use other because I'm using Cloudflare. You can always just use other and do this for anything, or you can select your DNS provider from the list and do it from the list. I'm going to click next. You can read all the instructions or you can just flick through. Okay, there's several records we need to add to our DNS provider. Create a DKIM, a domain keys identified mail record for your Mailchimp info. We need to add 2 CNAME records to your domain. These records are managed on your domain provider's website or interface. They help Mailchimp direct your mail to the right place. Okay, so come down. These are the 2 CNAMEs. You see, we've got these lovely copy buttons here. This makes life so much easier. We don't have to do a hell of a lot, just copy and paste in. Before we get to here, we do need to come across to our Cloudflare account. I have logged into my Cloudflare account. I've gone to my account for Ask Charly Leetham. You'll see I have 2 domains here, Ask Charly Leetham and Goddess. These are start. I've got a heap more domains under here, but these are the ones that are start. I'm going to click on Ask Charly Leetham. And once I'm into the domain, I'm going to click on the DNS record or DNS option here. That gives me all the DNS records for my domain name. Yes, I have a lot of them. I really do. Not everyone will have this many entries on their domain. I do. Under the records in Cloudflare, click on Add Record. We want it to be a CNAME. So once you've got the add record, I'll just scroll that down a little. On the type, choose CNAME. Now I know it's a CNAME because if I go back here, it says CNAME. And then in the name, I'm going to copy the name. And under the name, I'm going to paste the name that it's given me. And then under the target, we come back here to value and we copy value goes in target. With Cloudflare, uncheck the proxy status, and I would drop the TTL down to 1 minute while we're doing this. You can always increase it later. You should increase it later to auto, but for now we want it to be 1 minute. TTL is time to live. What that tells us is how long before it updates the internet. And because we're trying to get this verified quickly, make sure your TTL is low. Click on save. That's CNAME 1. We're going to add another record because we've got 2 CNAMEs to enter. We're going to choose CNAME again. I'm going to go back to Mailchimp. We're going to copy the second name. We're going to paste that into our name. We're going to go to value. We're going to click that in value. And turn off proxy. We're going to turn time to live down to 1 minute. And we're going to click save. Okay, that's the 2 CNAMEs we've got to add. We'll just get rid of all of the notes. I'm sure it tries to be helpful. Click on next. Now we have to add a DMARC. Now, it is quite possible you already have a DMARC record. This is what we need to be careful for. If you already have a DMARC record, don't add another one. How do you know if you've got a DMARC record? Well, it's a text record. So you go to your DNS provider. For Mailchimp, for Cloudflare, it's a little easier. We click on add filter. We come down to type. We say equals, and we're looking for TXT, text. And we apply. So what this is going to give me, this is only going to give me all of the text records I have. And then I'm going to come through here and you'll see that I have a text record that says it's underscore DMARC and I've got an entry in here. Now, if I come back, it wants me to put in a host name of underscore DMARC. I've already got one. I can ignore it. If you don't already have one, click on add record. Now, the reason I wanted to tell you that, and the reason I said check it, because if you've got it, it's just not, it's going to cause you problems by having duplicate records. And then you contact someone like me and I go in and clean it up. We click on text. So we choose a text record. I'm not going to add this, by the way, because I've already got it. We copy our host name. Now, it is highly likely if you have already authenticated your email for another provider, we'll change the TTL to 1, that you have got a DMARC record. DMARC record is ubiquitous. It's common across the account. It's not per provider. Paste in the values, click on save, and it will add the DMARC record. But I've already got the DMARC record, so I'm not going to save it. Click next. I should actually come back to the DMARC record and say here that the content of it might change. That's okay. Every provider has a slightly different value to add in. As long as you've got the DMARC record and it's a valid entry, you're fine to go. Wait for Mailchimp to check your records. Now, what's this trying to tell me? In the meantime, you can set up a Valley Mail account to start monitoring all mail. Yeah, let's not. I honestly, I recommend don't take too many services from other providers. You just end up overwhelming yourself. You just need your email and you need to know what you're doing. So click check status, and mine says it's successful. My domain is authenticated. It really is a matter of just follow the steps very slowly, make sure you're being accurate. And now if I come back to the domains record, to the domains menu, and you'll see here, askcharlyleetham.com has been authenticated and we're ready to go. Okay. It is really a matter with all of these things. It really is a matter of just going through and following the steps. Do it one step at a time. Copy and paste the entries into your DNS provider. Each DNS provider will do it differently. I've shown you how to do it on Cloudflare. Each DNS provider has a slightly different interface. Of course they do, because it can't be simple and it can't all be the same. How boring would life be if it was all the same? But it is similar, and if you follow the process I've shown you here, it will work on most providers. I am going to try and show you a couple of other providers so you've got an idea of how it looks, but there you go. Okay, now how does that sit with you guys? Does that make some sense? Does it clear up things for you? Does it make it a little bit clearer as to why your email from Mailchimp might not actually be getting through, even though everyone says just use one of the providers, Mailchimp or MailerLite, and your emails will get through. I hope that makes a lot more sense to you. I hope that really helps you clear up your own systems and even allow you to do your own systems, or at least direct one of your team members to get it done for you. Whatever you think, whether you've got questions or comments, please leave them in the comments wherever you're watching or listening to this video. Come across to my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the conversation there. If this video was helpful, I would really appreciate the like on it. That would be great. Thank you. And if you haven't already, please remember subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I will see you all guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.